the next cell organelle is nucleus. So nucleus was discovered by Robert Brown. Selden. So Selden, what he told, all plants are made up of cells. So he told that Selden called the nucleus as cytoblast. Means cytoblast, new cells are formed according to Selden, new cells are formed from nucleus, according to Selden, new cells are formed due to messages from nucleus. Okay. So Robert Brown discovered the nucleus. Selden, who coined nucleus as cytoblast. According to him, new cells are formed due to messages generated from the nucleus. Now, we will see the structure of nucleus. Nucleus is generally present in the middle of the cell. Mostly in the middle of the cell in animals. And in plants, it is to the one corner, or it is present at the side. Because in plant cell, this is our plant cell. In the plant cell, most of the space is occupied by the vacuole. So nucleus may be present here or anywhere. But when you see the animal cell, mostly the nucleus is present in the center. Animal cell, nucleus is present in the center only. Now, nucleus, if you observe the nucleus is made up of two membranes. So nucleus is made up of two membranes, outer membrane, inner membrane. Okay, nucleus is made up of two membranes, outer membrane and inner membrane. In between outer, you have some, on the membrane you have some pore-like structures. These are called as nuclear pores. Okay. So you have some pores on the membrane. They are called as nuclear pores. What is the function of nuclear pores? It helps in exchange of materials inside and outside. Okay, so whatever the materials the nucleus needs, it will be sent from the cytoplasm inside into the nucleus. Whatever the nucleus synthesizes, some important proteins, it will be sent outside through nuclear pores into the cytoplasm. So these nuclear pores helps in the exchange of material inside and outside. Now nucleus, now if you see, so this is our outer membrane, inner membrane, and the membranes have nuclear pores. Now inside the nucleus a fluid is present. This fluid is called as nucleoplasm. Inside the nucleus a fluid is present which is called as nucleoplasm. So if you see a cell, This is our cell. Cell contains cytoplasm. Cell contains, this is cytoplasm. Like that, you will have in middle of the cell, you have a nucleus. Even the nucleus contains some fluid inside it. Okay, this fluid is called as nucleoplasm. Okay, this nucleoplasm. So nucleoplasm. In this nucleoplasm, a thread-like structure is present, covering the entire nucleus. A thread-like structure is present in covering the entire nucleoplasm. This thread-like structure is nothing but chromatin. This thread-like structure is nothing but chromatin. It is the genetic material, nothing but DNA. It is nothing but our DNA, genetic material. It is the genetic material. So here, when the cell is in resting stage, means cell is in rest, then the genetic material or DNA will be in the form of thread-like structure, that is called as chromatin. If cell wants to divide, means from this cell you will get new cells. Now if cell wants to divide, then chromatin is reduced into chromosomes like this. The chromatin, which is thread-like structure present in the resting stage. Now the cell wants to divide. This chromatin is reduced in the form of chromosomes. Okay, this is chromosomes. So if you see the diagram, it will be like this. This is our outer membrane, inner membrane, nuclear. Now the chromatin, it will be reduced into the chromosomes like this. Okay. So when cell wants to divide, the chromatin is reduced in the form of chromosomes. When cell is in the resting stage, it will be in the form of thread-like structures called chromatin. Now, in the middle, you will see a dense ball-like structure. In the middle, inside the nucleus, in the nucleoplasm, you will observe a dense ball-like structure. This is called as nucleolus. This is called as nucleolus. So inside the nucleoplasm, thread-like structure chromatin is present, and also a dense ball-like structure called nucleolus. Nucleolus is present. Okay. So what it is very important. It synthesizes some proteins which helps nucleus to do its function. Okay, nucleolus will synthesize some proteins which are very important for nucleus to do its function. Nucleus controls the entire cell, as brain controls your entire body. No? Like that, brain controls entire body. So similar to brain, nucleus will control entire cell. Nucleus will control entire cell because it has the genetic material. So how you are, how is your hair, how is your eyes, how is your fingers, everything is present in this genetic material. That is DNA. DNA has genes on it. So if you see the DNA structure, it is already studied in your 8th class. DNA is a double helical structure like this. So suppose this part is one gene, this part is one gene. This is coding your eye color. This is coding your hair color. So like that, the genes are present on the DNA, and this DNA is present inside the nucleus. Okay. Now nucleus contains another dense ball-like structure called nucleolus, which synthesizes some proteins which are essential for nucleus function. Next, depending on the presence and absence of the nucleus, organisms are divided into two types. Presence of clear nucleus or well-defined nucleus. Well-defined nucleus. Organisms are divided into two types. What are they? First one is prokaryotes. Second is eukaryotes. So, depending on the presence of well-defined nucleus, the organisms are divided into two types, prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Prokaryotes, this is prokaryote cell. In prokaryotes, the nucleus is not well-defined, means nucleus is present. The genetic material is present like this. There is no specialized nucleus membrane bond organelle. Okay. In eukaryotes, you have special well-defined organelle for the well-defined, means the genetic material is bonded by the membrane. You have well-defined clear structure in eukaryotes. In prokaryotes, we don't have a special clear ball-like structure in prokaryotes. The genetic material is present in the loose form. So you don't have nuclear membrane, nucleolus like that in the prokaryotes. But in eukaryotes you have special well-organized nucleus. That's why they are, if a well-organized nucleus is present, those organisms are called as eukaryotes. And if some simple genetic material is present, then those organisms are called as prokaryotes. Okay. Now, mostly all the cells will have nucleus. All the cells will have nucleus. Only very few cells does not have nucleus. For example, RBC, red blood cells. They do not have nucleus. They do not have nucleus. They are called as enucleated. Enucleated means they do not have nucleus inside them. Why RBC cells does not have nucleus? When RBC are produced from spleen, RBC are produced from the spleen. At that time RBC will have a nucleus. But after they grow, they become mature, the nucleus will be removed. Okay? Why? Because RBC contains hemoglobin. Hemoglobin carries oxygen. So, to carry more oxygen, the nucleus is removed from the RBC, so that more space is there to carry more oxygen to the cells. That's why RBC cells are enucleated. Means they does not have nucleus, but most of the cells have nucleus. If nucleus is well defined, then they are called as eukaryotes. If it is not clear, only the genetic material is present, then they are called as prokaryotes. Now, there is an activity given for the observation of nucleus in your book. What is that? Observation of nucleus. Cheek cells. Okay. So, observation of nucleus in cheek cells. So, what you have to observe nucleus from your cheek cells. So, what you have to do is you take a toothpick or a scalpel and insert inside your mouth and scrub it. Just do simply like insert a toothpick inside your mouth and just scrub it. And take one slide, put a drop of saline. And put the cheek material. which you have taken from your mouth. So you should be very careful. You should not scrub very hard. Gently you scrub and take that material and put it on a drop of saline. After that, what happened? Now, with the help of toothpick, you just spread your scrubbed material, cheek material onto the saline. Mix it with the help of toothpick so that it spreads uniformly in the saline. Now add a drop of methylene blue. Now what happens? Add a drop of methylene blue. Add a drop of methylene blue. So why you are adding methylene blue? For staining. So that it gets color. So blue color is absorbed by the cells. So you are staining it by using methylene blue. Wait for few minutes. After that you add glycerin. Why you will add glycerin? So that the slide would not dry up. So after adding glycerin, cover it with a cover slip. Cover it with a cover slip. And observe it under the microscope. You will observe a dense color. You will observe cells. Inside the cells, you will observe a dense color body. A dense color, blue color, ball-like structure. That is nothing but our nucleus. If you carefully observe this part, you will see another small dot-like structure inside it. That is nothing but our nucleolus. So this is the observation of nucleus. Thank you.